Hello, folks, and welcome to the very first episode of The Andrew Walker Show. I'm your host, of course, Andrew Walker. Now, if you've seen my previous show, Motor City Mirth, this is the same stupid stuff. I'm just trying to simplify the title of the name. So we tried a soft reboot, if you will. But with that being said, I have a great show today with three guests. First, we have Ron Scaratino. Hello, how are you doing, sir?
Hello, I'm doing very well. I'm very pleased to be here today representing myself and my company and teenagers around the world.
All right. Nice, Ron. And then we have the folk duo musical group, Turt Trout. First, we have Julian S. Trout.
Hello. Nice to see all of you. Oops, I can't. You're on the other side of a camera.
Other side. And then we have I almost said Kurt. We have Turt Russell.
Ooh, he doesn't like that.
Don't call me Kurt. As Turt, as in turtle.
Turt as in turtle. That's right. That's right. All right. So, Mr. Scaratino, your Wikipedia page says that you are a teen lawyer. Does that mean you are a teen? Because we've had some young people on here that can grow beards.
Do I look like a teenager to you?
That's what I'm asking. I don't know. I don't think so. But you're a lawyer for teens, is that correct?
Yes, I represent teens and various small-scale litigation, small claims court, entertainment, IP law. Actually, the reason I'm here today is I did perform a bit of subterfuge to be here today.
Uh-oh.
I actually am here to serve you this lawsuit from one of my clients. You can go ahead. It's all boilerplate. It's one of my clients is absolutely furious with you.
Says Andrew Walker, whatever docs.
Guess that makes us
Yeah.
the witnesses.
Oh,
Wrong way. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
those are actually private. Those are
no,
that
mermaid?
is no, I'm sorry. Those are
Law stuff.
Okay,
we have 20
sometimes I
pages
do
of
law
law
stuff.
stuff.
Sometimes I'm just doing law stuff. I get bored.
Classic
Well, this is-
P90X. Do you guys know what that is?
Guys, come on.
That's how you get ripped real quick. If you
that's what I
pinch,
thought.
yeah.
You're getting ripped tonight.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I shouldn't have done it. A lot of.
Okay, yes, I like wizards with guns.
Oh, that is a
Okay.
gun and a wizard.
It's called wizard punk. It's a very specific style and aesthetic, kind of based on some cyberpunk. I'm writing a screenplay, but this isn't. This is really personal stuff.
Film idea? What if a wizard had a gun?
Okay, well, this is actually all
Whoa.
trademarked
like
and
it.
copyrighted.
Not a bad place to
I already
start.
mailed this to myself, so I've already, as a lawyer, this is all.
Okay. At the bottom of one paragraph it says, "Is this libertarianism?"
Oh, well,
Are you dabbling in the?
I had the idea of doing a wizard political party where everyone pretends magic is real, and then if we got elected, everybody would have to pretend that magic was real, and I just wonder if maybe that's just libertarianism.
It's wishful thinking, that's for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, this isn't why I came here today. JoJo Siwa knows that you stole her dance move where she does the thing and you're doing it right. You keep doing that. You are doing exactly for the camera, please, so that when we go to litigation, we can. Yeah, JoJo's gonna love this. You're welcome.
I've heard of JoJo Siwa. Is she she's a person?
She's a really cool singer-songwriter artist / she's one of the first people to ever combine being a teen pop star and also a bad girl at the same time.
The first
She's
person.
the very first person to do that.
You've never heard of Hannah Montana or
No.
any of these? Okay.
Well, I mean, I represented Hammon, Montana. Yeah, okay. Fine, you got me.
All right, let's get to our
Yeah, great, thanks.
We'll come back to you in a second. Don't worry.
Sure, whatever.
Turt Trout. I heard that you guys are going to be performing 3 songs later on. We're excited to hear that. We love music on the show. But give us a little intro, if you would, to Metro Detroiters who may not have heard of you or seen you yet.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Turt, let's do this together, all right?
All right.
So we are we're a folk group that we used to be big a while ago.
We still are big. We're still big.
Yeah.
You know, legacy act.
I'll write that down. Still big.
Still big, but for a period of 20-ish or so years, we were not speaking with each other.
A
Oh,
series
wow.
of contractual and personal disputes.
Yes, and it caused both of us to go on interpersonal journeys with ourselves to different parts of the world. I went across the planet, ending up in various different productions, and I think Turt went home. It seems like you went back to the swamp we're from.
We're from the swamp.
Well,
so
I know that.
Him using these big words like going across the planet, that's not Trout.
So is this like a Simon and Garfunkel thing? You guys split up and didn't talk at all? Or
Okay.
We're bigger than Simon and Garfunkel.
I don't
Okay,
think we need to be
I
put in the
need-
same place.
Right,
as
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Those two never stepped in the swamp, all right?
Not a single time. Very clean feet, those two.
yes.
But yes, life journeys, very simple.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it turns out that those contractual obligations were longer lasting than we thought. We did not look at what we signed before we broke up, and it turns out we owe at least 250 plus concerts on our former label, which is still the same label.
And what's that label called? Was it BA Bad? Something like that?
Yeah, BAD Records.
BAD.
Badass deals.
Badass
Badass
deals.
That's
yeah.
right. So I hold in my hand a cease and desist letter signed by one and only Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner.
Boy,
It looks like it was actually signed by maybe his
That's him.
his
That's-
grandkid.
he just
That's
does,
him.
he just doesn't want
I want the
anyone to-
world to know that Roger Goodell is an idiot.
That's how he signs, and it's it's okay if your handwriting's bad. I mean, everyone's handwriting's going the way of the dinosaur, really, if you think about it.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, we don't use our pens as much as we used to.
Clearly, and neither does Roger Goodell.
The teachers don't even teach cursive anymore.
Nope.
Kids just writing in blocks. Anyway, you're gonna say something?
Roger Goodell, he canceled our show. We were performing at the Super Bowl at Go Comedy.
At the
I
Super
heard
Bowl
about
at
that,
Go
yeah.
Comedy, yes.
And he canceled our show, and he sent a cease and desist, and I was like, I'm going to have a vendetta against you. But
Turt's real big about his vendettas. He does not let go of anything.
the character building.
Yeah, they build a lot of character.
They do.
So let's back up a little bit. So you guys were huge. I remember as a little kid, more than 20 years ago, my parents would play you guys in the car when we would go on trips down to Georgia. Then you broke up. Now you got back together and you played a small black box theater in Ferndale that seats about 100, and on any given night, about 9 or 10 people are there. So you're trying to ease back into it, I see.
Well, yeah, we don't want to shock the system. I mean, you know what happens when the Beatles jump out at any time. Everybody gets upset and happy at the same time.
You said it, yeah.
I have represented several teenagers who found themselves in a hard day's night scenario, running after Turt and Trout many times, many injuries.
Yeah, we don't want to cause a ruckus anymore.
Not anymore. We're a lot more mature than what we used to be.
Yeah. Plus, based on the contract, it's more about the quantity of the concerts that we do. We have 250 plus concerts to do before this runs out, so we just gotta knock them out, no matter how we do it.
In the legal world, we call that a loophole.
Yeah.
That's a loophole in the contract. Technically, if they wanted to, and this is real law stuff right now. They could play 250 concerts to one person, and they would be done. They could say that they sold tickets, and they could say that they did that, and then they would just be able to walk away.
Well, now we can't say it since you said it on TV.
We can edit this in post.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank you. Yeah, because we're trying to get out of one of those loopholes right now that got us into it. So looping the looper.
Yeah.
Just be careful. Justice cannot be edited out in post. They think you can do that, but you actually cannot. Justice finds a way.
Well, I thought justice was something that you could fiddle with as you needed it to fit your
interesting.
situation.
It's a real musician's take on justice. Just you can kind of make it do whatever it wants to.
Well, thank you.
So you said you represented some screaming teens, maybe some girls
Sure.
running after these dudes, like in the movie Hard Day's Night. Now, did they sue them for causing the?
Yeah, they sued them for emotional distress.
Did they have to pay out?
Well, I legally I cannot disclose that, but
They lost
was
okay.
embarrassing.
Well, they can say that, I guess.
We won.
It was
hysteria is not a real disease. We learned that.
Yeah, that was their lawyer made a really good argument that hysteria is not a real disease. He totally caught me with my pants down, you know.
You should have kept them up to start with.
Figuratively speaking, right? Not literally.
Well, I was running late that morning, and so I kind of just came running in, and you know, sometimes you're making eggs, and then you realize it's when you're supposed to be in court, and so you don't quite show up fully briefed, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh.
A real half-dong morning.
Were you Donald Ducking it? Like just
I
wearing
was
a shirt?
Donald Ducking it, yeah, I was
okay.
for sure. There's like a big white tuft coming out of the front of my body, and
The judge was surprised.
yeah, the judge was very surprised. And I, you know, when I came running in, I actually tripped and fell and threw all of my documents everywhere and tried to get like a continuance, and the judge was like, no, and then he was like, put your pants on, and he was like, if you don't put your pants on, I'm gonna hold you in contempt, and it was, you know.
Did he hold you in contempt?
Yeah, I was held in contempt.
Yeah,
I spent
he
48
did.
hours in a prison cell for, quote, Donald Ducking it. That's
the
a real
case,
law. It's a real law.
You know,
actually.
the best part of it is I saw him about to fall, so I pulled out my trumpet and did a.
It was
It
really
was really good.
embarrassing.
That
Yeah,
was a really
he
good
really
move
got
you
me
pulled
good.
on that one.
So, Turt, on your Instagram page, it says that you have dabbled in a little bit of acting.
Oh, boy.
Who told you about that?
Here we go.
Yeah, Instagram told me about it.
Oh,
So
right.
You were in a production a couple months ago called Turbo Teen, put on by a friend of the show, Parker Hammon.
Yeah, Parker, good guy.
Yeah. Can you talk about that experience a little bit?
Yeah, you know, during my solo route, I've been trying to branch out a little bit, you know, get into, becoming a triple threat, as they say.
Good.
You should
good.
see his dance moves.
Yeah,
Right, I'm working
Hey,
on that.
Maybe in the performance after the interview, maybe dance a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, all right, we'll see. But yeah, I wanted to, dab into the little thespianism and just get really into it and just work out what I was doing. So I was inside a nice role. I had a lot of range going on. I had to play as Parker called it, a grounded character.
You're on the ground a lot.
I was, surprisingly.
Yeah?
That wasn't a part of what I thought I was going to be, but then eventually I realized there was a spy scene where my guy makes a character flip, and I was on the ground a lot for 2.5 minutes.
You like getting flipped around a lot.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
good.
I do.
Now, did you get run over by the dude who was a car?
No, see, in the Turbo Teen scene, I was Turbo Teen's best friend,
Oh, okay.
right? But we had some friendship turmoil going on because Turbo Teen
As
was
one
an
does.
asshole. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I read that script and I saw I saw that I was a friend to a guy who was just insufferable, and I said I can connect to this because but so I read the script, I got really into it, and it was a great time.
I don't think you're insufferable.
I actually I know Turt from his days as a Mouseketeer. I actually.
we have an
sorry,
exclusive.
I didn't mean to blow up your spot there, Turt.
I'm gonna get.
I'm trying to keep an image.
I'm gonna get emails from People Magazine.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
gonna
Watch
want
his
an
head get
exclusive.
bigger
Yeah.
and
He,
bigger and
I
bigger.
used to see him when he would act. I watched him become Othello. I mean, he's an incredible actor. He's always been so talented.
Great.
Now, if only he could bring some of that to the act.
Oh, so I gotta ask, and I don't think it's ever been made public. It's definitely not on your guys' Wikipedia page. What happened that caused the split? If you don't mind me asking.
Talk about it. We were out in Australia,
We were out in Australia.
and I just so happened to have a little conflict with a kangaroo.
Oh goodness.
It wasn't just one kangaroo, it was a whole gang of kangaroos.
I was going for a one-on-one fight. They decided to jump me. It's not my fault.
They were trying to hop away, and you kept going, "Get back here, get back here. You're a piece of trash. I'll punch you. You got baby feet." You kept calling them baby feet the whole time. I didn't know that kangaroos could understand English, but they certainly did when you said baby feet, and then they kicked both of us
Wow.
with their baby feet.
And then
Yeah.
when I was trying to heal, Trout left. He went off on some, I don't know, pilgrimage.
Yeah, it was a pilgrimage to the rest of the world. Look, I couldn't stand there and be a nurse to help him. He wasn't learning. He had to figure things out on his own. And sometimes undescribable suffering is the only way to grow as a person and especially as an artist.
Right, right.
Yep. And then once he left there, he started to become this more, this.
So you say Trout changed a little bit?
A little, yes. We used to be swamp friends. Yeah. We came up from the swamp.
We did.
Getting muddy, hanging out, doing stuff like regular old humans. Now look at him. He wearing that French hat, crossing his legs. Come on.
And what's this
Don't.
pendant?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You
curious.
know what? I will talk about it because someone asked me nicely and I didn't offer it first. This is a medallion, what you can see through. It was blessed by 3 different popes from like the long time ago.
Pope
Like
John Paul II.
No, the scarier ones.
Oh,
One of those fake popes that you hear about, like
Yeah.
deep Catholic
The
conspiracies.
super deep ones that were in
Wow.
Versailles for a while.
Yeah,
So
that
this
makes
has got contentious holy energy in it, and I hold on to it to understand that there's always contention between the artist's soul and the artist's heart.
so how did you get that? Did somebody give it to you? Did you find it?
I bought it at a gas station.
See,
And on the packaging it said blessed by 3 real.
No, the guy
Or-
up front told me.
Oh, he told you.
Why would they put that on the packaging?
I
Everybody
just-
would go for it if that's what it was.
Oh.
You have to find out who knows what.
So
first
he
before
he gave it
sing
to you like this, almost like you're the chosen one.
Well, he didn't call me chosen one. He called me the one above all, and that felt nice.
Nice.
Wow.
Now, when you guys were in the swamp, did you ever do that thing that I did when I was a kid and use the sun to like catch little ants on fire? Or
Oh, interesting. In the legal world, we call that being a goddamn sociopath.
yep. That's the first
I still do
sign
it.
of
I
it.
still do it in the
First
summertime.
sign of it, yeah.
Well, that's good that you stuck with ants, because usually you go up to cats and then you go up to humans.
Humans, yeah, no,
That's a real fast
I
group.
kept with insects purely. Centipedes, maggots, flies. I try to catch a fly midair, get the little beam, and just singe
you
its
were
wings
trying
off.
you were trying to laser
Yeah,
flies as they flew?
absolutely. Yeah.
Did you ever get one?
Like a Death Star.
Wow.
One. I got one time.
Must have been the
And it
slow
said,
one.
"Help me, help me."
Oh, it talked.
I
Yeah.
believe you're
Oh.
incriminating yourself right now, buddy.
Hey, the statute of limitations for killing a fly is like 5 years, so this was like 30 years ago. I'm good.
You should ask the lawyer about that.
Well,
I mean, I'm not his lawyer. Does anybody have a dollar? Do you have a dollar on you?
my wallet's over there. I don't. I'm sorry.
Well, then I can't help you unless you retain my counsel. Unfortunately, that's just the law, and there's nothing I can do about it. Unless you were to pay me, I might be able to tell you that anything said on public access actually counts as an admission of guilt. But if you're not going to pay me, then there's no reason for me to say something.
That's why we have editing for post-production.
Again,
cut
I
all-
think, and this is just going to be, I'm just going to say this again.
that's
You
right,
cannot
justice.
That's
edit
right.
out
Thank you,
justice in post.
Oh,
Justice, much like the groundhog, finds its way out of the ground into the sun so as to increase the amount of months that winter will be on your soul. And by that I mean you will go to hell.
I like the way that sounds. Have you
He's
ever
got-
written that down before?
He knows his stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm published. I've written several long law manuscripts.
Ooh.
I clerked for a Supreme Court justice.
Kavanaugh?
Hoglianism.
Ron Hoglianism, yes,
Oh.
absolutely, yeah.
I
That's
read this book.
That's wow. It's so great to meet a fan, you know.
The Church of Hoglianism.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to cite it too, as a church. That way they can't get you on taxes.
Well, of course, it is
Exactly.
absolutely a church. There's no reason it wouldn't be considered a church. We do have, people do pay tithes, and we do maintain our nonprofit status the way that we are legally required to. That's it's great that you read it and that it affected you.
It did. I really liked it. A lot of my friends joined that too, and I was going to join, but it's a little pricey.
Well, you know what we should do to at least show our appreciation? We should do a Ron Troglodyte hymn. Right now, you and me, we should sing a hymn from one of the services that we went to, but they
Wow,
didn't
that
stay.
would be a huge honor.
If you have a song in the chamber, I say do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll go high, you go low. So it's Ron 1, Troglodytism 2, right? Good.
We can't go past.
Oh, that's right. We're about to get to the
50s.
soul part.
Yes.
Oh, that's some good law catching right there, because for sure we are wandering into fair use territory.
Right. And as soon as I upload this to YouTube, it's going to get flagged, and they're going to.
Yeah.
At this point, they're going to shut my YouTube page down because I got way too much
'Cause they don't wanna hear the
copyrighted
truth.
stuff on there. Yeah.
They're trying to silence Andrew and his views. You know, Andrew, why don't you tell him some of your opinions about teens, like we talked about earlier?
What?
Some opinions about teens.
Yeah, like the ones that like keep getting you in trouble on the internet with
what?
like YouTube.
Okay, so I uploaded a couple videos.
Nothing illegal.
Nothing
we're working it
illegal.
out.
Yeah, okay. Nothing illegal.
Technically.
It was just a bunch of like animation of like. It actually looked like a lot of the pictures that spilled out of the folder you gave me, like a bunch of like. Like
I don't
Disney
remember that
teens.
actually. It's funny.
Yeah, what
I
happened?
actually don't remember that happening.
That folder's right down there by
No,
your feet.
there's not a folder down there. It's you know, he just has some really like intense opinions about some of the later seasons of The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
You two sound like us, fighting over stuff when really you're both into maybe something similar. Except your thing's a little maybe weird.
He just like
Ours is
says
just
again.
music.
He just has a lot of opinions about the early seasons of The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Like angry ones.
Well, it's not for me to describe his mental state, but he does do a lot of wrathful. Actually, you know, I really shouldn't do this, but wrathful is definitely the word.
Like those aren't the codes for a cruise. You're doing it wrong. What are they gonna do whenever everyone gets sick? I know someone's throwing up and pooping at the same time somewhere in there, but they never show. They never mention it. There's gonna be at least 60 people on a cruise that are shitting and vomiting at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, pooping.
So it's wrathful, right? It's not like Rule 34 stuff, right?
Ooh.
You had a lot of Rule 34 stuff in that folder.
I don't believe that that's true. Again, there was no folder. There was a law. I did place a lawsuit on his desk that did contain some personal artifacts, but you know, there was certainly no.
There's a picture, an animated picture of Mario from Super Mario.
34.
And his mouth was open, and he had a bunch of like really sharp teeth. It was really
Okay,
weird.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dental core.
okay, I mean, if we just want to like get into that, if we just wanted to get into that, yeah, sometimes I do find sexual pleasure in taking mustaches off of Mario characters and replacing them with stranger or different objects or features like sharpened teeth or elven ears or a nose that's shaped like a carrot. And you know, it's not that weird. It's not that weird.
And
it's a
you sing
normal
to yourself,
thing.
would you like to build a snowman?
Okay,
With the nose.
I told you that in confidence. I just
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
those and stuff.
you started spilling beans. I'm spilling more beans.
Hold off in it.
I feel like
Olaf
this is,
in it,
I feel like I feel like now might be a good time for me to talk about some of my accomplishments.
Yes,
maybe.
yes.
Try to
let's hear
reframe
'em.
the narrative.
Please do.
I did give Cody from the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody the idea to start smoking cigarettes, which did make him very cool and did get him some acting parts.
Okay.
Nice.
Sweet life of Cody, smoking. Is he still alive?
Since I no longer represent him, I cannot comment on whether he is or is not currently still alive.
Okay.
He is no longer a teenager, and therefore he is out of my bosom, so to speak. Of course, I did represent him when he was a Mouseketeer, and I do currently represent JoJo Siwa, as well as...
I should say, technically, you represented Rizney, and Rizney represented me.
Well, okay. I mean, let me ask you this: Who did you come to when they gave you less stage time? Whose room did you come crying to?
Well, yours, but that's because you was my Rizney liaison.
Okay, well, it certainly sounds like a very close. Like I did represent you, and who went to bat for you with the networks when they were gonna try to take you off the air completely because they were trying to bring in this young kid Ryan Gosling?
Oh.
You pushed the Gosling.
I mean, it didn't work, but I did go to bat for him.
That was you.
Okay.
Was Justin Timberlake there too?
Let's not talk about JT. Okay.
Oh, JT, I tell you what, a consummate gentleman, even as a child, a true quadruple threat, singing, dancing, doing Saturday Night Live, doing comedy movies. Like, wow. I mean, a true talent, like a generational. I mean, the guy can just do it all. I mean, and even as a teenager, it was so obvious. I mean, you just knew. He came into the room and he just lit it up. You know.
What about Britney Spears? She was there. I know she was there.
You know, there is. How do I? I'm not allowed to comment on Britney Spears' time with the Musketeers.
You know, Trout was in Tibet with Britney.
Oh.
At the Tibetan.
Was this in the 90s when she was a teenager?
Recently, doing like a rehab stint.
This just
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
This just happened. We have a lot in common, to tell you the truth. We both have tasted the limelight. It has eaten us alive, and no one else really knows what it feels like. There's a handful of people you can talk to stuff like that. Like, how do you feel when you have to look at the other eyes of people out there who want to know what you think about, what you eat, and you just tell them, leave me alone. I'm in my house. Leave me alone. I'm in my house. And then they don't leave you alone. They come into your house and they go, I'm here. I'm touching your stuff. I'm going to put my hands in your toilet. And I'm like, I don't want you to do that.
Whoa.
You don't need to put your hands in my toilet. You could get out of my house, and you're not allowed to hit them because then the paparazzi goes, look at you. You're a hitting kind of celebrity.
It's okay.
You throw rocks. You got a lot of rocks in your house.
You're amongst friends, Trout. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you're good.
I do got a lot of rocks in my house. They're mine. I put them there.
Wow.
They prevent moose attacks.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so we just talked about stuff like that. She's very nice.
Okay. So, Trout, I came across an article. Somebody interviewed you. It says from your northern Michigan cabin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and it says you were talking about. Oh, you won a Grammy with Another Side of Trout. Now, if we could zoom in on that from camera one.
Yeah, Another Side
of Trout.
Another Side of Trout.
Classic,
Yeah.
great record.
That was I had the most fun working on that. I've never felt that artistically expressed in most of my time as an artist.
I haven't listened to any of these tracks. Now, how would these look at? He's happy I haven't listened to them.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I guess nobody. I guess you're not that big of a.
I'm going to
solo
listen
act.
to him on the way home. Now, how would you say this type of music differs from what you did with Turt?
Well,
here?
this is all about potential. So whenever you're listening to this, this is always about what might happen next, and then the goal of each song is to play chicken with your expectations. So actually, each one of these is a repeating code that changes every time you listen to it.
Whoa.
So once you've gotten into a space of feeling real comfortable about what the melody's going to be and the chorus and the bridge, it changes it at the last moment. I worked a lot on this, actually. I had to learn computers, which Turt was not happy about me doing. But yeah, each one of these takes you on your own individual nightmare, as I like to call it, but artistically, not like you're scared or anything. It's like a feeling that you have. And it goes all the way to the end. One of the reasons it's got the double Z on there is because that's when you lose consciousness at the end. And maybe you'll regain it.
Can I see that?
Most of the time when I listen to it, I do regain consciousness.
Oh, that's good.
Most of the I mean, sometimes, you know.
I'm just curious.
Most of the time.
I'm curious about track 3. It's called
Yes.
Ayahuasca 69. Now, did you do ayahuasca like a lot of people do, and go out to Joshua Tree out in California and find yourself?
Oh, I went to the same gas station I got my medallion from.
While you're on
They got ayahuasca there too, but they just don't put labels on it.
They sell it with no labels.
Well, you don't have to buy it with money. You just have to be friends with the guy who works there.
This guy who works at this gas station,
Yes.
does he have a certain kind of magical elderly kind of shaman type energy, would you say?
Does give off a strong older man vibe to me. Like that I feel comforted, I feel safe, I feel seen.
Okay.
What you thinking, Whiz Punk?
If there's a shaman at a gas station somewhere who's imparting very serious high level pieces of ethereal wisdom to musicians, I have some clients that might be interested in such a person.
What other clients do you have that we would know, that the audience would know?
Oh, I mean, I used to represent Allison Stoner, who I think some people might know from, of course, Cheaper by the Dozen and Cheaper by the Dozen 2, which is much better than the original. I feel like people don't know that. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, if you don't know who Allison Stoner is, I'm not sure how many teenagers I'm going to be able to name for you that you're like, should we just like open up like your browser history and just like I'll just go yes, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, no?
Yeah.
What?
Sure. Go through my browser history.
Okay, I'm going to do this.
Oh,
I
you're
didn't find it.
really going to do
I was
it.
going to go. I was going to open her up and just see what was inside. Let's see what you ordered for DoorDash
Oh,
last.
no.
Oh, this is going down a dark hole.
It might be Taco Bell.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
It is very sad.
It's not loading. I'm trying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Technology is failing me. Okay.
I haven't ordered anything on that McDonald's app.
Oh.
Netflix. Oh, I know what's going to pop up there.
Uh-oh.
You want to guess what's going to pop up there?
It's going to be The Haunting of Bly Manor, a horror show I've been watching. It's pretty good. I love horror.
Your phone's a chode, man. I mean, this thing is like, I can't get a single interesting thing out of this.
I don't get good service in
I
here.
feel a little bad that I like tried to do this bit and it didn't land because of the chodeness of your phone.
I'm
It's
sorry.
almost like it kind of bounced back on both of you.
Yeah, it's a real bummer when that happens.
That-
Yeah, it might think of you a real high wire act sometimes.
Oh.
That phone's a good friend.
I'll say.
iPhone 14. Say what you will.
Just shitty enough to be helpful.
just clearing the bar. So we're going to just play a quick game of Would You Rather.
Ooh.
So I'm going to ask you 2 questions. You have to pick which one you'd rather do, and you got to justify it. So let's start with Ron. Ron, would you rather speak everything in surround sound, like whether you're at work, with your clients or whatever, whether you're at home talking to your cat, you have to speak everything in surround sound, or have your own entrance theme when you walk in a room?
Oh, that's interesting.
And if you want these guys to write your entrance theme, they can do it, I'm sure. It might cost you $250,000.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Well, I don't have that. I'm horrendously in debt. If actually, one thing about me is I am a bit of an audiophile, a bit of an audio junkie, and if I could have all of my words being streamed in crystal clear 7.2 Dolby Atmos surround sound, I certainly would be into that. It would definitely make certain parts of my life easier. I would love to take a Denon receiver and spread that thing out to 6 speakers in a subwoofer and a centerpiece, and have that just be my life. Thank you.
Asked and answered. All right. Julian S. Trout, would you rather have uncontrollable ear hair? Now, you do have a big hair, but I see your ears are clean. Would you rather have uncontrollable ear hair or have uncontrollable nose hair? Now, you've been on tour with this guy. I'm sure you've been kind of up close with him. So, which one? You have to pick one. Which one would you rather?
So uncontrollable in that it just goes.
There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah,
But it goes.
It goes
At other people.
At other people.
Like it doesn't stop. Like I am an unending fount of nose hair.
Yes.
I would choose the nose hair.
Nose. Okay.
How cool would that be?
That would-
You stand in one place and then you get to see where it's going, who it's whacking in the face.
Right,
If it was
right.
ears, I'd have to turn my head to look, and then it would be going somewhere else.
Okay. All right. I like that. Now, Turt, would you rather say no to everything or say yes to everything?
No to everything. Oh, man, I've been wanting to say no to a lot of people for a long time.
Anybody in this room that you want to say no to?
A little bit.
Don't get mad at him. He's a lawyer.
Yeah,
just
he's
doing
a
his
lawyer.
job.
You gotta
I'm
be
just doing my
nice.
job, man. You don't have to look right at me when you do that.
Well, I wasn't looking at
Well, who
you.
could you possibly be
Yeah,
looking at?
you could tell us you're amongst friends.
Nope. I won't.
Okay.
That's the thing. He's doing it right now. He's doing the no.
See, when,
Oh, he got you there.
when I was taking improv classes a couple years ago, you have to say yes to everything,
Yep.
or else you're gonna be a stick in the mud, and the scene's gonna just crash to the ground.
Yeah, that's why they kicked me out.
Kicked you out of improv?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
still
man,
sore
you got
about
kicked
it.
out of improv? You must have been. It's really hard to get kicked out of improv, man. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll take anybody sometimes,
Anybody.
I swear.
I got kicked out, okay?
What was the incident that caused
Yeah,
you?
what was the
a
inciting
final straw?
event?
They told me to not cross my arms anymore, and I went into the next city and I was crossing them,
Wow.
being defiant. really.
Defiant.
He
Okay.
tried crossing him behind his back, thinking that they wouldn't notice. They noticed.
They noticed. They got eyes.
They want you to become new characters, but I don't want to be a new character. I just want to be Turt in everything I do. Minus the show that I just did,
minus, like,
Turbo T, which I wasn't Turt.
And also your musketeer time.
Oh yeah.
That was a different time. That was when I was a teen.
Oh, Team
As
Turt.
Ron will tell you, once you're not a teen, you become a new person.
You know, I
Legally, you do. Yeah.
I was lucky enough to work with one-time famous teen actor Andy Reid, who once told me that when you do improv, you're either like a Bill Murray actor who kind of is always playing a version of yourself, or you're like a Philip Seymour Hoffman. I think he said Philip Seymour Hoffman style actor, where you're doing like lots of different characters. And I just want to say,
Yeah.
Turt, I think it's okay if you're a Bill Murray improviser.
So the like A-list movie star equivalent to that would be like Tom Cruise,
Ryan Reynolds,
always the same thing,
literally just playing himself.
playing himself. I have to say, being around Ryan Reynolds a lot would be kind of, I don't know. He seems like it'd be kind of annoying after a while.
Let me
He
just
seems
say,
like he's always trying to play a trick on somebody. It's like, come
my
on.
teenage clients cannot stand to be around him. He just drives them nuts. It's just like, shut up, dude. Like, stop talking about soccer. Stop talking about cell phones.
Stop talking about Hugh Jackman. Come on.
Ugh.
I think he smells nice.
I bet he does.
It's probably all the fragrances. Hides all the stink.
A lot of probably.
Oh, the stink you don't want no one else smelling, because you've got a world to live in now. You've got a whole world that everyone knows your name, and then you want to make sure that name continues to be a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
So if they know there's something underneath that smells rotten, what are they gonna do next?
Right.
Wow.
Probably kill you.
Or at least look through your browser history like Ron tried to do to me. So Ron, next question to you. Would you rather lose your mind or lose your significant other? Second question, do you have a significant other currently?
Well, of course, I am divorced. I am actually twice divorced. And I just gotta say, this is the most painful thing that's ever happened to me twice. And that is the answer to the question. Thank you. Next.
Wow.
Did you answer it?
I don't want to talk about.
You
enough.
have to answer it. Like I
I
said,
want to talk about my divorce.
He said or no?
you have to answer it, one or the other, and you have to justify it. I don't make the rules.
What was the first one again?
Oh shoot, I got rid of the question.
Okay, I think that means legally that means I
No,
don't have to
would
answer
you
it.
rather
If the
lose-
question is not on the screen, I do not have to answer. I do not have to talk about my divorce.
Would you rather lose your mind or lose your significant other? Go.
I guess I'd rather just lose my mind, because no cool person has ever been sane, as I think these two wonderful artists will tell you. And if I get divorced again, I'm just going to run my car off a bridge. I mean, there's just nothing left.
Just don't get married, and you won't have to worry about getting divorced.
Well, then what's the point of being in love, Andrew?
You could just live with the person, and
That's not... What do you just not want the tax break?
never thought of that.
Gotta think of the finances.
Got to think of it. All right. Asked and answered. Turt. I almost called you Kurt again.
Ooh.
Now,
I will jump over these tables.
I have defamation papers in my briefcase.
did you not like Overboard, that movie Overboard with Kurt Russell, and that's why you don't like to be called Kurt? Or as
You're opening up an old wound there,
An old
Andrew.
wound.
You know how hard it was, how long it took to build my brand of a name called Turt Russell,
How
when there's
long?
a guy named Kurt Russell around?
how long did it take?
Years.
Years? Okay.
And Kurt Russell.
Three different
wow.
rebrands to get Turt going.
I just got that.
Kurt Russell also.
Overboard?
He,
Kurt Russell.
Oh,
That's not a part of the bit. It's just a coincidence.
Oh, that's a
Russell,
weird
too,
coincidence.
Yeah, he threatened Turt too. He didn't need to. He already won. He just came by to gloat.
okay.
It's hard. It's hard. And like Turt, nobody even knows what a Turt is.
It's short for turtle, I think, right?
There we go.
I think I win this game.
Do you think that there's a Curdle Russell?
What,
There won't be.
in your mind, what would a
Okay,
what-
that's premeditated. Just be careful.
Ron, in your mind, what would a curdle look like?
I imagine it would be like a Culver's cheese curd with like little like stick arms, feet, and like a little tiny head.
A little tiny face.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm just riffing. I don't know. I'm just a lawyer.
All right, so Turt, would you rather have a giant birthmark covering 78% of your face,
Okay.
or have a 2-foot tail?
Ooh. Oh.
Ooh, man, both directions could really get you an audience.
Yeah. And a bigger audience than you already have.
Yeah.
You guys played Madison Square Garden back in the day to like 50,000 people.
Yeah.
That was great.
Back when they built it.
Back when they built it in the
yeah, like
1920s.
1960. Yeah.
Or the second one in the 60s, yep.
Well, yeah, the better one.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
better
the
one.
better
that
one.
people
Oh,
wanted to
okay.
go.
Yeah, the
old one
rebuild.
was
The
musty.
rebuild. Yep. You can really go two different ways. The tail, you could get a good TikTok going with a good tail. Just making all types of TikTok dances, showing the tail every time.
And you could make it into like one of those balloon animals. You could make your tail into like a giraffe. And you'd have to have more than 2 feet. But
It's made out of bone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
This is like bone.
This is a real tail.
it's made out of bone?
Yeah, tails are
This
made out of bone.
This is your hypothetical.
It doesn't say on the game that it's made out of bone. I didn't know tails were made out of bone.
Yeah, there's
I thought it just like
they're like 80%.
Well,
bone.
I mean, I thought it was just
what do you
squishy.
think a tail
You
bone
could
is?
have a flesh tail.
You could, but then what would you do with it?
a flesh tail.
Would
Yeah.
it be just
It'd be
skin,
like
or would
it'd be like a monkey's tail. It'd
Yeah,
be
they got bones
prehensile.
in
like a
there.
little pig, like a
That's how they
Porky
move.
Pig.
Yeah,
It's
that's
got-
how they swing and curl it up with a bone. Like
I think it's muscle,
when-
not bone.
when
Well, it's
there's no
muscle
bone,
through the bone.
when there's no bone, it's just a dick at that point.
Oh, wait. sorry.
I didn't study tail law. I'm out.
I'm so confused.
Tails without bones.
Anyway,
So
Useless dicks.
tails from
Okay.
Sonic and Tails. You're telling me there's bones in those tails?
how do you think those two tails swirl?
He's got to move him somehow, and muscle's
Huh.
got to anchor to something.
This is all new to me.
So anyway,
Yeah, let's
tails
get
is
back
a
to-
big TikTok crowd. You can get a good TikTok going with a tail, but with a birthmark, that's a ticket to stardom.
That's a money maker.
Right there, that's a face mark. That's a face card right there. You can really sell it. Seal, that's his whole thing.
Yeah. I haven't heard anything about Seal since before you guys broke
But
up.
you still know Seal as soon as I said it,
Kiss from a Rose, baby.
because although he's competing with the animal Seal. See, that's good branding. That's hard to do.
That is hard to do.
He has to fight a whole seal animal. I'm just have to fight Kurt Russell, and he's
That's
winning
hard.
because of the face mark. So I'm going with birthmark.
Okay, great. We have one last question, and this is for Julian. Would you rather, and this has to do with your relationship with him. Would you rather live in the past or live in the future?
Ooh.
It's a tough one for you guys, or for Julian.
If I chose the past, you get to live all those fun shows we did.
Yes.
We got to meet all those, we got to meet a lot of celebrities. We got to meet prime ministers.
Yeah.
Margaret Thatcher.
We met,
way back
we
in the
met
day.
her.
Yeah.
We told her, hey, maybe the Falklands isn't a good idea. And she said, thanks for your input.
She
And then we
took your
went-
advice, and that war
Well, she
turned to crap.
She listened to us. She didn't.
Okay.
She let us talk. She didn't take our advice.
Yeah.
But boy, it was nice being heard.
What was your guys' favorite concert you played back in the day?
Oh,
Like what venue?
you're thinking of the one I'm thinking
I'm
of.
thinking
yeah.
of the one you thinking of. It's hard to say it
Well,
because
it's a long title.
and what?
It's a long title. The venue's a long title. Our favorite place to play is the mountain at the inside of the Ovalton Spireton in Kentucky.
Ovalton, Spireton.
Yeah.
I was.
Whoa, I've
One of the great live recordings. One of the great live album
We
recordings.
were the last people to play there.
wow, that
It
is amazing.
Collapsed after we were done. Surprisingly, no fire.
The collapse sounds great on the record. I mean, you can hear everything.
You can hear the whales. You can hear the creaking. You can hear us deciding which one is going to survive, but then we both survive, and then an uncomfortable conversation about which one of us was about to leave the other. And then it turns out that we didn't decide fast enough. We would have died together anyway.
Incredible, incredible record.
So I miss that.
Incredible.
I was gonna say Woodstock '99.
Oh, that was fun too. There were fires at that.
I was gonna say there was some crazy stuff that went on there.
It was more like, and I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but it was like doing Escape from L.A. like Kurt Russell, trying to get out of that place.
Why do you
And he
got
didn't
so
wanna
many
hear-
Kurt Russell
'cause that's what it
references?
was like. We had to jump over a lot of people. We had to
Nobody
steal a
made the
van.
Kurt Russell
I
connection until
remember
this episode.
I remember Trout you driving through Fatboy Slim's set with a van.
It was
was crazy.
Were you driving through it like Kurt Russell in Death Proof?
I hate this.
I mean, I tried to make it look a little bit different, but who can say?
Right.
But if I had to choose the future, maybe we would get more shows like that. That's all I want to do. I just want us to grow and change and make things even better. So I'm going to say the future, even though I know Turt hates it.
No.
Future.
Yeah, the future might have like future drugs in it. You know?
Whoa.
I just have one last question, Turt. When you guys were growing up in the swamp, did you ever see a monster that sort of looked like the monster from The Thing?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Stop that.
we don't talk about the
We
swamp
don't want
monster.
to talk about that. I mean, yes.
Right, yeah. We
But
don't
it's
talk
not,
to
you think it's funny because you think you know what it looks like.
It looks like The Thing, starring Kurt Russell, 1982.
Oh, he's making a joke.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all connecting.
He's not talking about the swamp.
Yeah,
Swamp
yeah.
monster.
I just have a question. What swamp did you guys grow up? Was it here in Michigan, like
Swamp.
Upper Peninsula,
The deep
The-
swamp.
Louisiana,
The
the
deepest
swamp.
swamp.
The swamp.
the Okefenokee in
swamp.
Georgia,
This interview is over.
Look, it's just the.
the
I actually,
Everglades swamp in
I actually
Florida?
represented the Thing at one point when he was a teenager.
Teenage thing.
Teenage
That was
Thing.
you.
I bet he was really hard to
was
be
me.
around then too.
You
just,
you
you know,
created that monster.
Like all great artists, he's a little bit of a handful. You never really know what you're gonna get.
He's never held accountable to anything.
Well, let me just say this. He's in an intense amount of pain all the time.
He's terrorizing swamp towns across America.
Yeah.
That's just your opinion. Legally, that is not what is happening.
He's used our faces to terrorize municipalities in the past.
Again, I do not acknowledge or represent that idea.
Do you know how hard it is to go to sleep when you're a kid, when you're just constantly hearing dun 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 dun?
It just sounds like
Hard to tell a perfect pitch for this.
this just feels like a classic case of a minority opinion infringing on majority rights.
No. That swamp monster is
Swamp-
is bad
Swamp Thing is
for the
allowed-
environment and bad for the country.
He's allowed to walk at night. Case closed.
I think they decided that in Marbury versus Madison, right? The famous
swamp?
case.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of
come on,
Marbury?
she's not a
I learned about
constitutional
that
lawyer.
in Poli-Sci 101. Anyway,
I've never heard of that.
we're
I
getting
don't
to
think
the
that's
end of
real.
the show, folks. Thank you for watching so far. You guys are playing an upcoming, I was going to say show, but it's sort of a festival.
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of them a couple years ago. Saw one of my favorite improvisers, comedians, Paul F. Tompkins, funny dude. Now talk about what you guys will be playing next month.
Oh yeah, so we're going to be playing at the Detroit Improv Festival.
Yay.
That'll be happening here in this it's the second week of August. Starts on the 7th, right? Nope.
I believe I don't have it up on my phone.
It's definitely not this week.
No.
It's definitely not this week.
Well,
It's next week.
We specifically play on Thursday night, the 8th of August at Go Comedy in Ferndale. At 9 o'clock, we'll be a part of the 9 o'clock block where you'll get to see
Yes.
some of our old standards and a couple of new things too.
And Roger Goodell, don't you dare.
Yeah, you need
don't you dare.
He needs to work on his signature too.
Yeah, get a little bit better handwriting there, bud.
Yeah.
I have it on good authority that P.J. Cooks has banned him from the president, from the premises.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Excellent. And then do you guys have anything else to promote?
Oh yeah, tell them about our Instagram page.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can see our dates in our post on Turt and Trout. That's at Turt and Trout. Turt T-U-R-T. That's with a T. Turt and Trout.
Not Kurt Russell.
Stop! Don't put that in.
Oh,
to
sorry.
my plug
Don't mess
right
with their
there.
Forgot.
plug.
I'm
What's going on
plugging.
here?
Sorry.
I'm plugging.
Legally, he's allowed to plug.
He's
Legally, he
already
is.
got momentum going.
You can find us at Turt and Trout. That's Turt with a T. Turt and Trout. You can see our posts, listen to our music, and check out our upcoming music tour dates coming up in the fall.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll be putting those
Excellent.
up here soon. Get ready for September.
The dates constantly coming. There's always shows. We got to get out this contract and get into that future that Trout was talking
yeah.
about.
Get
I
into
like the
the
idea.
future because it never stops coming.
Yeah, future drugs.
Future drugs?
Turt really likes drugs.
Future
Oh.
drugs love sounds.
Is that a band?
That's my favorite
That's
Justin
JT.
Timberlake record.
Oh, it's
You guys
JT.
brought up JT and Kurt Russell inside this interview.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I love Justin Timberlake.
mean-
I will not apologize for
The
it.
lack of accommodation around here
He's
is
so good
abysmal.
at SNL. Dick in a Box? I mean, come on.
Don't
Well, he didn't write that.
First,
You don't know that.
First
you
you
don't know
had
I
the
that.
wrote
You don't
Dick in
know
a
that.
Box, first of all.
Oh.
you wrote it?
I wrote Dick in a
You
Box.
wrote Dick in a Box?
Whoa.
I wrote Dick in a Box.
Whoa.
You told me you just were penning a couple of things and weren't going to send them off. We were supposed to do that together.
I needed the money. I was a writer for SNL for an episode, and I just
Wow.
gave him Dick in a Box.
Wow.
What's Lorne Michaels like?
He's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Great. Now, Ron Scaratino, teen lawyer, or lawyer for teens. I'm sorry. Do you have anything you'd like to promote?
Yes, I will be at Cedar Point September 6th, 7th, and 8th. You can come and see me at the Top Thrill Dragster too.
Asked and answered. Great. You don't have any like events coming up. You're just going to be at Cedar Point, right?
If it were me, I would go to the Detroit Improv Festival.
You would go.
I would go for sure.
Now, if some of the,
I mean, I have to fly back to LA after this, but if I was staying,
okay.
I would go. I would just go and see a show, like any show, man. Like the headliners are going to be great. You'll see some cool people, and I would hang out afterwards and tell them they thought they were good. They'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, folks. Thank you for watching The Andrew Walker Show, Episode 1. Once again, we have Ron Scaratino, Julian S. Trout, and Turt Russell. And, folks, we will catch you next time. Stay for a couple more minutes, and you'll see 3 songs by these dudes. And we'll catch you next time. Thank you. Peace out.
I'm from Detroit City, roll with bad people, we're animals. I'm rolling, I got stamina.
All right, folks, welcome to the end of The Andrew Walker Show, Episode 1. I have Turt Russell and Julian S. Trout performing a few songs. And gentlemen, please take it away.
All right, you ready? I'm always ready. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, come on down and bring a friend, stay till the break of dawn. Grab a seat and sit down by the pond.
Skinny dipping, drinking beer, wrestling and skinny dipping. Oh boy, those memories are fine.
My name is Trout, I'm not a fish, but if you catch me, you get a wish.
My name is Turt, but I'm not a turtle. If you call me that, I'll be there.
So pack your bags and protect your hide. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Turn and trial, turn and trial, turn and trial.
All right, let me go.
Oh yeah, turn and trial. Come on now,
Turn and trial.
yeah, turn and trial,
Turn
Damn it, Trout!
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna run.
I'm sick of you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's bring things down. A note. I know we got a song that Turt has real close to his heart. It's called, what you call it again?
Yeah, what is it called? Grandpappy's Chair. This is one of my very personal songs.
Very sullen.
Somber. Somber is the word.
I added a few things.
No, we're not gonna change Grandpappy's Chair. This is a classic song,
It's
Trout.
just a couple of, quality of life changes
No,
for
no,
everybody.
stick to the regular song
Well,
structure.
just listen to the first part here.
That's it.
See, it's still the same.
It is. All right.
And I even got the other part too.
What other part? Let's just play it.
Right where you left it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
This is for you, Grandpappy. Grandpa's chair is blue and Grandpa's chair is for you. Yeah.
Grandpappy's chair.
That's not how the
Back
song
to
goes.
yours.
How?
Just thought your grandpappy would like a little bit of life in his afterlife.
I'm trying to say. When Grandpappy gave his chair to me, I told him I will take care of it. Oh, Grandpappy's chair, it's for me and you. Grandpappy's chair, it's the color blue. Oh, Grandpappy.
All right.
Damn it, Trout.
That's right.
Not how the song goes.
Oh no. Gotta go. Grandpappy had to go. Grandpappy now he's gone. Grandpappy left you some things in this old song.
Now, don't mess up this bridge. All right. When I went to sleep, I saw my grandpappy. He said, "How's my chair?" I said, "I left it there." He said, "That's good." He said, "Bring a stool." I said, "Why, Grandpappy?" "Because that's for you." Oh,
Grandpappy's chair left to me from a really fun time. I went to the fair with my grandpappy and we both won a fish. But the fish didn't live longer than my grandpappy did.
don't even. Don't.
What? I'm just telling how it happened.
Grandpappy, it's for you.
Yay.
See, it sounds nice when you let the feelings out.
Don't talk to me about feelings, Trout, because I got a lot of feelings for you right now.
I'll just feel them at you. Oh no.
What? What?
Oh no, I feel it happening.
What?
It's been a while
We
since this
are
happened.
live right now,
I know,
Trout.
I know. I wouldn't have done it this way if it was.
What are you doing?
Get the magic music box.
Out.
Get it. Get it.
Oh, you are not doing this right now. You are not doing this right now, Trout. I can't get the magic music
You
box.
need to be ready. Otherwise, I won't make it out the other end.
You told me no more pop rolling.
Get the new thing too.
That what? No, I'm not doing the new thing. That was one rehearsal. All right.
Hurry up now, Turt. I can feel the whole part of it re-entering. And it's not going anywhere until it's had its say.
What does that even mean?
It means Popeye's back in the house again and ready to drive for a while. This is a house with an engine, and I'm ready to roar.
Well. You know, I don't like playing this thing. I barely know how it works.
Yeah, well, if you don't love something, play it until you don't love it anymore.
That makes no fucking sense.
It would make more sense if you got the feelings out, Turt. I know they're in there.
All right. I'm figuring it out. All right.
Now breathe with me while you figure it out.
I'm breathing. I'm breathing.
He. Okay, good. Get the thing.
I'm getting it.
Do the thing.
I'm trying. All right. calm down. Calm down. All right. I think I got it. Here we go.
Welcome back to this plane of existence. I didn't think I would see you again. I've made it back from a far old place, far away from here. Just look at my face. Oh no, it's time to go again. Papa lost his mind in another time, but brought it back for everyone to just unwind. Hit it, Turt!
He's Papa.
And now it's time for what I learned in the other dimension.
So stupid, Trout.
Thank you for remembering, Turt, all the things we've
Not put
done.
my name in this song.
Thank you for remembering that everything wasn't wrong. I can see you there watching. And I bet you think that you can't get out from where you are right now, but guess what? You can. If you got the power to think, then you've got the power to make another think, and I'm gonna do that right here to my friend. Turt! Turt! What? Turt! What? I love you.
Not now, Trout. Not now.
Who's Trout? I don't know that man. My name is Pop Roy, the lost, and now I'm found. Did it happen again?
I hate you. I really, really hate you. I'm out of here. This is over.
Well, thank you for coming. It seems that Turt's trying to leave again, but unfortunately our contractual obligations don't allow us to leave.
All right. Folks, I don't know what just happened in the studio right now. I think we've entered a different dimension. But nonetheless, are you okay, sir?
I'm fine now.
Okay, he's fine now.
I'm fine now. Turt, get out. Turt,
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 you,
get up here.
Turt Russell?
Come on, come on, come on.
How do I get out of here?
Right. All right, folks, that is our show. Thank you for watching the interview and whatever this was that the Turt and Trout did. But catch them at the Detroit Improv Festival on, what's the date?
Thursday, August 8th at Go Comedy. We're in the 9 o'clock block.
9 o'clock at Go Comedy, Thursday, August 8th. Be there or be square. And once again, this has been the first episode of The Andrew Walker Show. And we'll catch you next time, folks. Peace out.
Did I nap for a second?